Good morning, you guys. So it is crunch time. We are leaving in just 4 days to go to New York, and I am like knee deep in preparation. So I figured I'd kind of do somewhat of like a vlog style video and just kind of take you with me on like a little bit of a two-parter. I don't want this to be crazy long, but I figured I kind of wanted to show you first how I was packing for the kids. Now, I've never really done like a formal pack with me video. I know a lot of people do them, but I feel like I have some tips and tricks that I can share packing, especially for little kids, because I travel home quite often, and over the summertime I travel for a very long period of time, and I know how intimidating that could be for mommies and daddies packing bags, because you never know if you're remembering everything. I mean, I literally like will lie in bed, or used to, thinking, did I take everything? Should I bring this? Should I bring that? What about this? Should I buy this there? Should I bring that? It gets so crazy. And I think that over the almost 8 years I've been living here in South Carolina, and the more kids that I've had and the more times that we travel home each time and each year, I feel like I've picked up a couple of little things that I figured I would share with you guys. So I'm going to share with you how I packed Maya and Mason. Jacob is already there, so I've long packed him. And then in the next video, we'll break down my closet and we'll see, you know, what I'm taking. And I'll show you guys like the laundry products and all that kind of stuff that I'm bringing to my mom's, but that'll be in the next video. So for now, let me take you into Maya's room and show you what I'm taking for her, and then we'll come back into here into Mason's room and I'll show you what I'm taking for him. Okay guys, so here we are in Maya's room, and this for the most part is pretty much all the luggage and stuff that she'll be taking. Of course, there's always last minute things that you have to add in, like, do you see the mountain full of bunnies? No, you do not. That'll be something that we grab on our way out the door. The toothbrush and the last of the bath stuff that we'll need. But this for the pretty much for the bulk part is clothes wise what we'll be bringing. She has one large suitcase here, and this has pretty much the bulk of her clothes, which I'll just give you guys a brief rundown in just a second. This giant bag here is actually clothes that I'm bringing to New York. My mom has a friend at work that we usually give Maya's clothes that she grows out of too, so that's stuff for her for that. Now, it's something that I find, especially when we're going for a long period of time, a month is a long time for Maya, especially since she's on the cusp of kind of 2T shirts being too small for her, 2T pants, kind of capris now, that kind of thing. So I had to be really smart while I was packing. Some stuff wasn't even worth taking with me in her suitcase, because when she comes home, she will not be in them anymore. So some stuff I put aside to bring to Once Upon a Child, some stuff we're donating, and then I brought what she would fit, and then I went into the bin and actually broke out some 3T stuff and set us for clothes she'll be into when we get home, and new clothes for us to bring with us to New York. Here are some swimming diapers. I couponed those like at the end of the season last year, so I saved them for her, so I have them to bring. These are just like you know, like extra little swim things that were either given to us or picked up that, you know, I'm bringing with us just because you never know what we're going to need. My mom has a pool and we're doing so many water activities and stuff, so I brought that. This bag all the way back here, this is a duffel, and inside of here is all of her pajamas. I did bring a couple of long sleeve shirts. Even though it's the summertime, we do go to the beach and it's a little chilly on the water. I did bring a hoodie just for any chill nights. There actually are nights on the island that actually have a little chill to them, so I made sure to bring her her little hoodie for that. And then in here is, I don't know why I brought tights. I don't know. I'm a mom. I'm prepared. You just never know if we're going to be invited to a party or something and she needs to be a little bit more dressed up. So I did bring tights. I would hate to have something and have to purchase it. I did bring a couple of diaper covers because I did bring a bunch of dresses. And then in here are all of her swimsuits and any kind of like bathing suit covers or that kind of thing. And then here is the 3-pack of wipes I just picked up from Walmart. I'm bringing that along with us. And then here's another duffel bag of hers. You guys, do you see that mountain of shoes? I mean, she has more shoes than I do. I think there's like 9 or 10 pairs of shoes there, but I mean, you just never know when you're gonna need different kinds of shoes. She has sandals, she has sneakers, she has like swim shoes and all of that kind of thing. Now down here, it's a little dark in here, it's kind of hard to see, but I started packing like her favorite books and like her little purse and some of her little favorite toys down there. I did take one of her favorite puzzles that she likes to put together. One of the things I find when we go away is that the kids long to be home because they're so used to playing with their things that are super familiar to them. So a huge tip for me for someone who, you know, is packing for any kind of length of time is to bring some things that are familiar to them. Their favorite toys, you know, their favorite blankets and that kind of thing, so that any little connection to home, they can kind of bring themselves back around. So I'm going to end up filling this bag towards the end with her favorite toys. So this will be, you know, her toy bag, and her shoes and stuff will be in this duffel. I did bring her good princess towel that my mom ordered for her for Easter, her good beach towel. And then here's one blanket, but she has a lot of her favorite blankets in the crib with her right now. So that'll be something that we gather right before we leave. So that's pretty much all that she is bringing. And then as far as her clothes are concerned, these are her tank tops up here. I think I brought about 4 tank tops, and then I brought maybe about 10 shirts. Now, as a reminder, we're going for a good full month, and then you never know what we're going to do, that kind of activity. You know, every mom always overpacks. So down here, she probably has about 4 or 5 dresses. And then she has some more dresses like way down here, maybe another 4 or 5. I think I brought about 8 or 10 dresses, but I've mentioned before, my mom doesn't have central air conditioning, so we spend a lot of time in the backyard, under the tent, in the pool, and that kind of thing. So I even feel like some of these sundresses could also be like bathing suit covers, like just throwing over her in the backyard. So I brought a bunch of those, and then these are probably maybe like 8 actual outfits, like they're 2-piece things that go together. And then over here, she probably has about 4 or 5 pairs of shorts, 4 or 5 capris, and like 4 or 5 skirts. So we should have tons of choices. And like I said, there's like 4 tank tops and 10 shirts. So she should have tons of clothes choices. Obviously, my mom has a washing machine and a dryer, but again, you just never know where we're going to go or what we're going to do. So that is what I have packed for little girl. And now let's go check out what I have packed for the big boy. Okay guys, so I am in Little Bit's closet, or my medium bit as I call him, and these are the things I have set for Mason right now. So this is his really big roll-on suitcase. It's kind of awkward. I can't like completely open it up and show you what I've packed inside of it, but I'll just let you guys know roughly. And then here is his little side duffel bag. Now, he is a boy, so I have like 2 more pairs of shoes to throw on, to throw in this bag that are downstairs in the mudroom that he uses actively, like a pair of sandals and a pair of sneakers, but he does not have 10 pairs of shoes like Maya, so he does not need an additional duffel bag. So in here are his bathing suits. He has a bunch of bathing suits down here, probably about 5 bathing suits, and then 5 of those tops, those bathing suit tops. He has 2 long sleeve shirts here, and he does have 1 hoodie that we're gonna bring, but that's hung up in the mudroom downstairs, so we'll grab that on our way out. Here are his swim shoes, and then this is his whole pile of PJs, and then here is some of his favorite toys that I have started for him, but it's hard for me. We're still not leaving for quite, you know, sometime, another 4 or 5 days, so I don't want to start packing all of their favorites just yet. So I'm just making sure to leave space for me to throw, you know, their additional things inside of here. Here is a couple of blankets for him to bring, and he has 1 more blanket on his bed that he wants to take with him, and then he'll be good on that. And here I have some socks for Mason. I brought some socks for Maya too. They were in the bag with the PJs and the swim clothes. They really don't wear a whole bunch of socks in the summertime. You know, they're more like sandals and bare feet kind of kids, but sometimes we go to places like bounce houses, or, you know, those jumpy jump kind of places where they require socks. We'll go to carnivals where they have, you know, those big jump kind of houses, and all those places require you to wear socks. So I always make sure that, even though they don't wear a whole bunch in the summer, just to bring a couple of pairs on me for things like that. And then Mason has some underwear rolled up in here, and then also rolled up in this compartment here. So his socks and underwear are up here in the front. And then again, the suitcase doesn't open all the way, so it's kind of hard to see, but way down in there I have about 10 pairs of shorts. That should be enough. And then he has like 4 pairs of pants. Mason runs pretty cold, so at night he also sleeps right under the air conditioner. Because my parents don't have central air, the bedrooms have window units, so at night the rooms get pretty frosty because the window units are just cooling the individual rooms. So because he sleeps underneath it, I like to have extra like pants and stuff because he likes to stay warm while he's sleeping. So I have a few pairs of pants there, and then I have a few, probably about 10 shirts and about 7 or 8 tank tops here, and that's all really he needs. Boys obviously are a little bit different. They don't have as much change of clothes really that are needed as much as Maya will. Mason still does have a lot of accidents, so we do go through a fair amount of change of clothes, but at my mom's they live in the pool, so we need to really have more bathing suits than we need to have clothes. So this is pretty much what I have packed for them. Alright guys, so another tip. I mentioned to you guys that I am not still leaving for quite a few days. So how can I be so fully packed with them? How do they have that many clothes? So it's not necessarily that they have that many clothes, but I leave out the amount of outfits on the day that I pack for the amount of days that we still have left until we leave. So everything that Mason will need for clothes wise for the rest of the week is right here. Pajamas, his outfits, he has some underwear and stuff here, so everything he will need is out here. The rest of his clothes are already in his suitcase. Now as I wash these things and pull them out of the dryer, if I want to take them, I know he will no longer need them because he still has clothes for the rest of the week. So I can fold them and put them right into the suitcase, or I can put them right back in the drawer because he has a fair amount of things I've already packed and he shouldn't need too much more. But if you guys are a little bit less limited on clothes, do that hint and set out outfits for the amount of days that you have left until you leave, then pack the remainder of what you have and you'll get a good jump start on packing. Okay guys, so that's it for part 1 of this packing video. Now again, there's still some things I haven't thrown in to the pile yet, like Mason still uses pull-ups at night when he sleeps, and Maya is still in diapers, so I've been collecting those throughout the week, couponing at CVS. I'm going to hit up a deal on Saturday at Dollar General, so I'll be throwing in like those packages towards the end. Again, grabbing everybody's pillows, and I'll probably take a fan with me just because, again, my mom's house doesn't have air conditioning. So I'll probably take, you know, just some extra like cooling devices like a fan, things like that. So still things to add on, but just figured I'd share with you guys as we're chugging along and getting ready for what the littles are taking. And hopefully some of the little tricks, like, you know, putting the clothes out ahead of time and bringing some toys from home, hopefully those little things will help you guys the next time that you are packing your littles for a long trip. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and stay tuned for my next video where we're gonna get down and dirty and you are packing with me on what I'm taking. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.